Why do I keep all these old bags? Well, to me that doesn't even have to be asked, that question. It's really quite obvious. But then I am very sensitive about my handbags and very superstitious, sentimental, neurotic even. Basically, I keep them all because, you know, it's like hats, gloves, shoes. You always keep them because you never know when they might come back into fashion. And also it's, you know, you've shared part of your life with this bag. It's meant something to you at one time. It's got memories involved in it. You've been on a journey with it.
Oh, I still have quite a phobia of handbags in that my mother carries everything in the world in hers. And I'm used to walking around with hers when she was shopping, and she'd swing it over her shoulder, and I'd always be afraid she was going to knock some small child out, so I'd be dodging behind her trying to catch it. So I initially had a very small handbag, but it's unfortunately grown. So this is my latest. Nice, black, basic. Goes with everything.
Yeah. I like the colors. I like the bright red, kind of the dull purple, the way, like, I think the colors operate well together.
And then I just decorated it with like patches and badges that I've had since I was like 5.
And unfortunately this bag's falling apart now, but I've had it for a year and a half and it only cost £15 and I use it all the time, and I think I'm going to put eyes on it so that it turns into a bit of a monster, because it reminds me of the monster out of the Muppets whose name I've forgotten.
She's going back on her word now, but I can tell you a bit about the bag. I know as much as she does about this bag. But there's not much in there anyway. You want to look at it?
No.
You're hiding something. You're hiding something.
I'm not hiding.
You are hiding something.
Stupid things.
No, it's nowadays a lot of people do have things they shouldn't really have in their bags. And in this instance, you know, I mean, of course, there's police around and the CCTVs, and there are some things, you know, that may incriminate that person. You know, and in this situation, I think that might be the case. You know, even though it's a very innocent-looking bag, very innocent-looking bag.
Probably. If a real handbag maker saw it, they'd think, oh my God, what's she making? Because I haven't got the sort of skills. But equally, it serves a purpose. Things don't fall out of it. It opens very easily. You often look at bags and you think, who's ever going to buy them? And of course they are, because the person that's designed them would buy them. You know, you don't design something that you don't like, or you shouldn't. I have a very old clicking press that I bought in the 70s, and it cuts things out. You have cutters made up according to what shapes you want to cut out. They're a bit like pastry cutters.
They should have a longish strap. I like that. I don't like something I hold in my hand, like sort of the Queen might have. Although I know those are fashionable now. One theory is that when you wear a handbag with a long strap hanging like that, that's a good way of not being mugged or your handbag not being stolen. Also quite sexy, the line between your bosoms as you're walking along, say in a t-shirt in the summer. It just looks quite good. This was my favourite. I had great fun making this one. It's very, very colourful, trying to be in a sort of Mexican theme, lined in tartan. French Provençal design, not very clean I may say. Patchwork velvet, which was very trendy in late 60s, early 70s.
If anybody needs the ID, I will kill them.
When women were wearing large full skirts, their belongings were often kept in pockets underneath the skirt. They didn't carry handbags.
I love it because...
But in the 18th century, there was a fashion for doing needlework.
Obviously it's got a lot of history to it, and I like to think of the times she's had with it.
Particularly knotting. And women started carrying bags to carry this around with them, so they could sit down and show off their hands and their skills at the same time by knotting wherever they were. And so a bag being carried became to be quite acceptable.
So luxurious.
And when at the end of the 19th century,
beautiful, I do like this one.
Full skirts disappeared and dresses became very thin, narrow and flimsy. There was nowhere to hide the pocket underneath.
But what happened at the time
and so
was
these
people knew
knotting
where I'd
bags
been
began to be
the
used.
gold sequins fell out and they'd find sequins everywhere. Somebody's house, a restaurant,
for carrying
whatever.
around
They'd be everywhere after I'd left.
And that's how it really all started. The leather bag that we often think of as a classic handbag,
You have
that
to
really
smile.
came in the late
And
19th century
laugh
as a travel
because,
bag.
You know,
In the
I love this
1920s,
bag. It's
plastics
such a,
came in.
It's such
and
an uplifter.
were very popular
Listen to that.
for new and delicate and fun.
That's fantastic.
bags.
It's a very personal thing, and you're carrying around your
It's a
part of your
sexist
identity in a bag.
trap for women.
No,
it's
it's
like
a sort of
nylon.
friend in a way.
Like there is no point to it in a way, but obviously there is. Since look at all the shit that I have in here.
I love it because it's pink and it just so goes with everything that I wear, and I use it for school. It's my school bag as well.
It's like a little
And
part of yourself
inside I've got a
that
wand,
you're carrying a lot
which
around.
lights
Like
up,
poking into somebody's soul slightly, isn't it?
and
Car keys, which are meant to go in the front pocket. In theory, it is a diary, trash, change purse, wallet. God, I can't believe I have this much junk.
We have a Prada purse, because I'm a posh girl. And we have 1, 2, 3 sets of keys, because I'm a bit of a travelling nomad. Umbrella, my glasses case, pills for my nervous disposition.
This is a third of Cerberus for a play that I'm involved in making, and I've just got back recently from somewhere where I was painting
I've uncovered this handbag, which converts into a cushion. It doesn't have a long handle, which is good actually because it can tuck inside, and I've just stuffed it actually with old children's clothes.
I've just got this a couple of weeks ago, and the first time it rang in my bag, I was like, oh, gee, what's that me? It felt like my bag had come alive.
Oh dear.
What else?
Purse,
Lipsticks,
driving
hot
I always seem to have bits of
powder,
change
credit
lying
card,
on my
lip salve
bag.
for cold weather,
loyalty
more
cards.
I need
lipstick.
to know I have
Instructions
everything
to
I
take
possibly
phone
desire.
keys for work,
Given me
keys for
seconds
house,
today.
keys for a relative's house,
Got my mobile, of course.
Little
nails.
purse, checkbook,
plaster,
Oops.
tissues, an umbrella,
chewing gum,
carrying
tablets.
some pills for any
spare pair
serious
of
panic,
Other lipsticks.
spare pair of tights,
Paint, raw amber.
screwdriver,
very sparkly silver
A
lip
notebook.
gloss,
I'd have to have a nail file.
Dirty handkerchiefs.
2 plasters for
makeup,
blisters on
feet,
your bag,
comb,
Polyfiller.
brush,
this is a lovely oil,
assorted pills
Deodorant.
for headaches,
dreadfully horrible plastic
Keyring.
tube, and the great purple
Telephone charger,
matches.
pencil,
A brush. So the insides of this bag really give its own away.
bottle opener,
God knows why I have that.
and also
Not
condoms.
usually in my handbag.
A voodoo doll. Last time I used this was in a time of hardship with a male friend, let's say. But I don't like to do anything bad with it. As you can see, there are no pins in it now. It's no hair, nothing. It's very untouched right now. So believe me.